Hello students. So this chapter I have taken for explanation is solution, and in this chapter solution I have selected this topic, that is vapor pressure, for discussion. So let's start with the topic. So basically, first of all, we should know that what is vapor pressure. Like see, you have experienced this thing also, but आपने कभी ध्यान नहीं दिया उस चीज को that when we fill chilled water in a glass, और simple भी अगर हम cold water glass में fill करते हैं, so some of the vapors, some of the particles of the water start jumping at the upper surface. We have noticed this thing, but we don't know actually what it is. So actually this all happens due to vapor pressure that we are going to discuss over here. So the pressure exerted by those vapors present on the surface of water, actually it can be surface of any liquid, but especially यहाँ पे water की discussion, water का example मैंने लिया है, that's why I am giving you for water. So the pressure exerted by the vapors present above the water is called as vapor pressure. So basically, what is the definition of vapor pressure? Vapor pressure is the pressure exerted by vapors present above the liquid. Okay. It is the pressure exerted by the vapors present above the liquid in equilibrium with the liquid is called as vapor pressure. Okay. So what is vapor pressure, beta? Vapor pressure is the pressure exerted by the vapors present above the liquid. Liquid can be any liquid, in equilibrium with the liquid. Now some of the students are asking, and even my question is there, that there are two terms. One is gas and another one is vapor. I used to ask every time to the students that is there any difference between gas and a vapor, या फिर ये दोनों चीजें एक ही हैं. So I am telling you a very simple way that there is a difference between a gas and a vapor. See, gas is always dry. Okay, but when we discuss the case of vapor, so when any gas is surrounded by water molecules, it will be called as vapor. Okay, so there is a very minute difference between a gas and a vapor. Gas is always dry, but when we discuss the case of vapor, vapor क्या है? Vapor is the same gas which is surrounded by some of the water molecules, which is different in every case. ठीक है? So basically, let's come to the definition that vapor pressure, it is the pressure exerted by vapors present above the surface of liquid in equilibrium with the liquid is called as vapor pressure. Okay. Now the main concern of R to discuss this vapor pressure in this chapter is that when we are preparing solution, because the chapter is about solution, so when we are preparing solution by adding different kinds of solute in solvent, then after mixing solute and solvent, what is the total resultant vapor pressure of the mixture? Is it remaining the same, or is it increasing or decreasing? So all these things we have to discuss in terms of two laws. Okay, so let's start with the first law. Now we are going to discuss this first term, that is vapor pressure of liquid solution. If we discuss this term, this can also be coming in exam in terms of Raoult's law for volatile solute. Means we have to first discuss that what is the resultant vapor pressure of the solution when two liquid mixtures are allowed to mix with one another, out of which one is volatile in nature. Okay, so first of all I am discussing with you the meaning of volatile, then we will go for next. So volatile compounds are what compounds? Volatile compounds are those compounds, दोनों terms में हम discuss करेंगे, which have very high vapor pressure. मीन्स volatile compounds वो compounds होंगे जिनका vapor pressure बहुत ज्यादा होगा. और सेकेंड डेफिनेशन ये तो था आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग पॉइंट ऑफ व्यूज के लिए, बट व्हेन वी हैव टू राइट द डेफिनेशन, द करेक्ट definition of volatile compounds, that volatile compounds are those compounds which can convert in gases at a temperature lower than room temperature. Okay, so basically volatile compounds क्या हैं? Volatile compounds are those compounds जिसका ignition temperature बहुत कम है. Okay, second meaning is volatile compounds are those compounds whose vapor pressure is very much high. Or if we have to write the definition is here that volatile compounds are those compounds which can convert into gaseous form at a temperature even lower than room temperature also. Means if the temperature is very much low, then also at that condition of temperature also, if the substances are itself converting into gaseous form, these substances are called as volatile compounds. For example, if I am taking very simple examples, the example is kerosene oil. Okay, example is camphor, example is naphthalene balls, okay, naphthalene balls, we our mother used to keep these naphthalene balls in winter clothes, ठीक है, and when we see in the next season na, the balls disappears without leaving any solid. Okay, so these are also volatile compounds. One more example, that example is very common in our home, in our general daily use, that is acetone. Okay, acetone, formula of acetone is CH3 C double bond O CH3. Okay, in common we are using, it is in the form of nail paint remover. Okay, so you must have noticed that if we keep these things open in atmosphere, then these things disappears itself after some time because these are volatile in nature. So basically volatile compounds के बारे में this much information is sufficient, that volatile compounds are those compounds which can convert into gas without taking any special kind of temperature because उनका ignition temperature की value बहुत कम होती है. Second reason is they are already having very high vapor pressure, and these are the examples. Okay, now next we have to go for making solution with the help of volatile compound added in a solvent, and then we have to discuss the total resultant vapor pressure of the solution. So I am going to write the definition for Raoult's law of volatile solute, that this law states that in a solution, especially I am writing here solution में one part is solvent I am taking, okay, that is represented by A, and another part which I am taking is a solute, and the special quality about solute is it is volatile in nature and will be represented by B. Okay, so this is the very special thing I have mentioned over here. So in a solution, the vapor pressure of a component at a given temperature is equals to mole fraction of that component, okay, multiplied by vapor pressure of that component in the pure state. So what I have written here also, I will just write it in the form of equations also. So this is the complete definition of Raoult's law for volatile solute. Raoult's law states that in a solution when two components are there, then vapor pressure of each single component is equals to the mole fraction of that particular component multiplied by its vapor pressure when the component is present in pure state. Okay, so that I am going to write here. So I am going to start the derivation. So let's start with the derivation. Now in the derivation, if I see here, I have to consider that A plus B, both the components combine together to form a solution. Okay, where A is a solvent, okay, and B is a solute. The special thing about B, I am repeating again and again, that it is volatile in nature, means it is having a very high vapor pressure. Okay, now when I mix both the components, then the question arises, what is the total vapor pressure of the solution? That I am going to derive now. So let's start with the derivation. So from this statement, pressure of component A, it will be equals to XA, that is mole fraction of that component multiplied by the partial pressure of that component in the pure state. P naught, see, PA is pressure of component A, that is pressure of solvent. It will be equals to mole fraction of solvent into, that is multiplied by vapor pressure of the same solvent when it is present in pure state. ये not का sign जो है ये तब हम लगाते हैं when the pressure of pure components are discussed. ठीक है. Now pressure of component B, it will be equals to mole fraction of B component, that is solute, into P naught B. So this equation is considered as equation number 1 that we will be utilizing. Okay, now when I mix both A and B, I will be getting pressure of solution. Now the pressure of solution, it will be equals to PA, that is pressure of A component, plus PB, that is pressure of B component. Now I will be putting the values of A and B in both the equations. So the equation become PS will be equals to XA into P naught A plus XB into P naught B. Okay, so I am having this equation. Now I have to make certain changes. As from the expression of mole fraction, I know is XA plus XB will be equals to unity. Means it is given there that the sum of mole fractions of any two component in the mixture is always equals to unity. So if I want the mole fraction of any one of them, I can make certain changes like XA will be equals to 1 minus XB. Okay. So if I consider this equation to be equation number 2. Okay. So here I can write, put value of XA in equation 2. We get, what we will get beta? Now see, it will be equals to PS, same, अब XA की जगह I can write this also. So it will be 1 minus xb into p naught a plus xb into p naught b. अब क्या है, simply we have to solve this. So it will be equals to, ps will be equals to p naught a minus p naught a into xb plus xb into p naught b. Okay, now as you can see xb दोनों में है, so we can take common. So equation is ps is equal to p naught a plus xp into p naught b minus p naught a. So this is the derived equation for Raoult's law for volatile solute. Basically, what was the definition? Definition was the vapor pressure of any component in the solution, any component. It will be equals to mole fraction of the same component present in the solution multiplied by the vapor pressure of the same component when the component is present in its pure state. So this was actually the definition. Okay, and this is the complete derivation of Raoult's law for volatile solute. Okay, so I am repeating the things. Both A and B, that is solvent and solute, both combines together to form a solution, where I have discussed the single pressures of solute and solvent, and then I have mixed solute and solvent in this equation, and simply by taking a point from mole fraction, I have made certain changes and just derived it. So this is how we can derive Raoult's law for volatile solute. It is very much important. Definition also, so many questions are also coming in exam. So we are left only with the graph of Raoult's law. So for the graph, I have taken a blank page. See, the graph for Raoult's law for a volatile solute is discussed between, the graph is discussed between mole fraction, okay, and vapor pressure. Okay, on left hand side I have taken mole fraction of solvent, okay, and on right hand side the mole fraction of solvent is 0, because here I have taken unity, and here the mole fraction of solute is 0, means I have not added solute till now, and this is the mole fraction of solute on the right hand side. Okay, so see here, the graph is showing that when we are moving from left to right hand side, the amount of, see, the amount of solvent is decreasing and the amount of solute is increasing. So see here, when the amount of solute is continuously increasing, तो जैसे जैसे amount बढ़ेगा उसका vapor pressure भी बढ़ेगा. So from left to right hand side, I am just showing here a slope, okay, and this slope is for P naught B, means it is for vapor pressure of solute. Okay, now from right to left hand side, the amount of solvent is increasing. So I am making here the graph for solvent, vapor pressure. So as the amount of solvent is increasing, the vapor pressure is also continuously increasing. So this is P naught A, that is PA is equal to XA into P naught A. I have just explained this. Okay. Now I have to discuss that after mixing solute and solvent, what is the resultant vapor pressure of the solution. So for resultant vapor pressure, the slope is like this. And this slope is for pressure of solution, that will be equals to P naught A into XA plus P naught B into XB. Okay, now some of the students are having queries कि मैम आपने ये वाला slope तो ज़्यादा ऊपर बनाया है and this slope you have made very low. So the basically answer of this question is beta that when we are taking solute volatile, so volatile compounds are having high vapor pressure, मैंने पहले भी mention किया हुआ है. This is the only reason ये slope ज़्यादा ऊंचा है as compared to this one. Okay, and when we mix solute and solvent, the resultant vapor pressure is obviously greater than the their previous pure state vapor pressure. That's why the slope is moving like this. Okay? So this is the complete graph for Raoult's law for volatile solute.